If you're raising Cornish Cross meat chickens, after about 3 to 4 weeks, you need to move them from inside to outside. On this video, we're gonna do just that. I'm gonna tell you all the things you need to think about and the things to look out for and be careful of to make sure that your chickens survive, grow quickly, and produce a lot of money or a lot of food for you. It's been 4 weeks now, and our Cornish Cross chickens, the chicks that we brought that were just a couple days old, are now 4 weeks old and are ready to go outside. So they've been hardened, they're ready to go outside. They don't need the heat lamps anymore, and they're gonna go out in the chicken tractor today and get really excited. They're gonna have a lot of fun. They're gonna have grass, they're gonna have bugs, they're gonna have all kinds of things to eat. We're gonna move them once a day. We're gonna feed them 12 hours on, 12 hours off, just like we were doing in here. But we're taking them out of the brooder and we're putting them in the chicken tractor outside. So let's go outside and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, we've got the chickens outside, and what I want to do now is I want to take you through a full walkthrough of the chicken tractor, why it's so amazing, and why we use it and how we set it up. So this is an Aluma-Coupe 12 by 12 tractor. So this can hold up to 100 chickens. We actually have 100 in there. If you're doing turkeys, they're probably getting somewhere between 60 and 70 turkeys maybe or so in something like this. The roof is really small, but these chickens aren't going to get very big. It's really great. It's lightweight. You can lift it up very easily. Only takes one person to move it. Just like this right here. I just lift up the handle. There's wheels on the back, and I just pick it up and I can pull it very easily by myself. All right, right back here, we have a 16-gallon watering system. So I can put 16 gallons of water in here every day, and it's a drip system. So I can have a shut off here, I can open it, and it drips down to the bell waterer that's inside the tractor for the chickens. You can see there's a couple chickens right there drinking it now, and they're just kind of like hanging out, staying warm in here. We just put them out here a little bit ago. There's a little breeze. They're probably getting their feel, getting used to it, but this watering system is great. What it does, it takes about, when they're young like this, I can probably get about a day and a half, sometimes 2 days with 16 gallons. But as they get older, week 5, week 6 plus, they're gonna go through about 16 gallons a day. And they drink a lot of water because they eat a lot of food. All right, let's come over here. I'll show you how I open it up. So it's just a bungee system. It's actually really nice. If I wanna bring them out, if I'm gonna adjust the feed, all I need to do is take off these bungee cords and flip up the corner of the tractor. So the tarp comes up, and this tarp is great because it protects them from the sun in the summer when it's really hot, and also protects them from rain. The challenge that you get with these chickens is they get wet and cold and they die. So we want to keep them dry and we want to keep them warm. And this does both of those. You can see right here, I have access to the feeders. So there's 2 feeders on each side and they're on hooks. So I can just lift it up, pull it out if I need to bring it out. I can lift it up at night if I don't want them to get to it. And I can bring it down to, as they're small, like they are right now, I'm gonna put it down really low so they can get to the food. And as they get bigger, I'm gonna raise it up so they're not sitting in there like a roost. So for the feed, we use a organic feed from Coffee. It's a Kentucky organic farm and feeding. And we use a 20%. It's all organic. We also have no soy in this. We have somebody inside of our CSA who's allergic to soy. So we told them that we would set up a no soy feed for them. This is a 20% protein, so it's a grower. We start them on 22% protein in a starter, and this is the 20%. So now that they're out here, this is what we're feeding them. So I keep this big plastic horse feeder out here, and I use a big horse feeder scoop. And so what I can do is I can just scoop the food out and pour it into their feeders. When they're little like this, I'll just use about 1 scoop per feeder in the morning and then see how they do. We'll check on them in the afternoon, and then if they need more food, then we'll fill it up. Again, they're 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So in the evening, I come out here. So about 7 o'clock, I'm out here in the morning, 6:37, fill up their food, and then in the evening, I'm taking out their food and dumping it back in the bucket. I keep the lid on this. It sets up really tight, and no other predators or any of our other chickens and ducks can get into it. So it's pretty much that simple. I like to make sure that there's a bungee on every eye hole and it's latched really tight because I don't want any predators trying to get in the top. We have a fox here and he's gotten a lot of our chickens. I typically move the tractor in the evening. So I like to move the tractor in the evening so throughout the night when they don't have food, they can graze, they can eat grass, things like that. As they get bigger and it gets really nasty. They're pooping all over the place all the time. I might move it twice a day. So typically right now I just move it in the evening, and then as they get older and they're producing more waste, a lot of times I'll move it in the evening and then I'll move it again in the morning to make sure that they have fresh grass all the time. We just move it throughout our pasture right here. You can see all over. I could just move it all over to this fresh grass. The other thing that we're gonna do is after we move it, you can see in here right now, there's a whole bunch of droppings in there from when we put them in today. So what I wanna do is I wanna hose that into the grass after I move it. So I always have the hose here for the water. I just hose that into the grass so the grass isn't dying and all of the poop isn't just killing all the grass. We want to basically fertilize it. It's absolutely amazing for the grass. It'll grow more lush than it was the year before, and this whole pasture will be even better because they're on it. This is a full-scale regenerative type setup that we have that I absolutely love. So everything goes back into the earth and everything has a purpose here on the farm. I love it. I got about 4 more weeks with these chickens, 3 to 4 more weeks, and they'll be ready to butcher. On the next video, I'm gonna show you the entire butchering process. So make sure that you follow along with us. You check out the next part of the video so you can see what it's like to take them to harvest, slaughter them, butcher them, and take you step by step through all the equipment that we use and everything that you need.